go. It's all right, folks. The fire's out. Hi, everybody. I'm Sparky, right here at the firehouse.
Hello, everybody. My name is Andy Rathbone, and I'm the chief of the Fort Washington Fire Company No. 1, proudly serving Upper Dublin Township. I'm a lifelong resident of Upper Dublin. I'm a alumni of Fort Washington Elementary School, Sandy Run Middle School, and Upper Dublin High School. Currently, I have 2 boys that attend Jarretttown Elementary School. The purpose of today's video is to celebrate Fire Prevention Month. And hopefully, some of the information you take away from this video will keep you and your family safe. The Fort Washington Fire Company No. 1 was founded in 1908. We're an all-volunteer fire company. That means that all of our members, the men and women that make up our fire company, respond in their free time. They do not get paid. Whether they're at home or they're at work and the alarm sounds, they come and respond to the fire station, put their gear on, get on the trucks, and respond to the emergency scene. How do we know when we have a fire call? Well, it all starts with a 911 call. There's an emergency somewhere. Someone's in a car accident or a house is on fire. You call 911. Now, what is 911? 911 can be dialed from any phone, and you can reach a dispatcher who will take the information as to who you are, what the emergency is, where the emergency is. At that point, they'll dispatch the fire company. That's when you're going to hear our pagers go off and the sirens that'll sound. Once the pager goes off and we know we have a call, our volunteers respond from wherever they are to the firehouse. They go to their boot rack, they put on their gear, and they get on the truck and go. Now, it's really important that you only call 911 when it's a true emergency. If you call 911, not only are we going to come, but the police are going to come. And you can imagine, if you're just playing games and we show up, we're not going to be very happy. You can also take our time and these trucks away from a true emergency. So it's very important that you only call 911 when it's a true emergency. When the call goes out, our volunteers jump in their personal vehicles and drive down to the firehouse. Their vehicles are equipped with blue flashing lights. If you see blue flashing lights, tell your parents to pull over to the side of the road so the firefighters can get to the station quickly. I have with me here today Firefighter Matt. Firefighter Matt is going to help us show off all the different gear that we put on when we respond to a fire. The first thing that Firefighter Matt's going to do when he comes into the firehouse is going to kick off his shoes that he's got on. Or in this case, cowboy boots. He's going to grab his pants. Now, as you can see, his boots are already inside his pants. We do that for a reason. So that he can quickly slide in and pull up his pants. Has a big clip like a seatbelt, and then he's got suspenders so his pants don't fall down. Now, these aren't just any pants. These are fire-resistant pants. They also have reinforced knee pads so that he can crawl on the ground, and big pockets on the side for him to keep his gloves and things like that. The boots that he has on are special as well. They're steel-tipped boots. That means that I can step on his toe and it's not going to hurt him. So in case something falls on top of him, it's not going to crush his toes. All right, the next thing that Firefighter Matt is going to put on is his Nomex hood. His Nomex hood is a cloth hood that's made of a special cloth. We actually, as firefighters, we borrowed this from the race car industry. This fire protective hood protects Firefighter Matt's neck and ears from getting burned in the fire. The next thing that Firefighter Matt is going to put on is his coat. The coat is made of the same material as the pants. It has reflective striping so that cars can see him at night. And you can see his hood goes underneath his coat. Now he zips it up and he'll Velcro it up. He also has big pockets to store tools. He has a flashlight, and Firefighter Matt actually keeps his firefighting gloves right here so he can get to them quickly. Now when Firefighter Matt turns around, you'll see on the back it has the name of our fire company, because sometimes we go to fires with many, many fire companies. And it's important so we all know which group that we're with. And also down on the bottom of his coat, you'll see his last name, so we can easily identify him if he's on a ladder or several feet away. All right, turn around. The next thing that Firefighter Matt is going to put on is going to be his air pack. Now, his air pack is not like the backpack that you take to school. His air pack has a bottle on it with air from the room compressed down inside. Now that is a 45-minute bottle, so Firefighter Matt can breathe the air from that bottle for 45 minutes while he's inside of a structure fighting a fire. It's got straps just like your backpack. It also has a chest strap, which he's doing now, and it's got a waist strap, which you can see here, that actually has a seatbelt mechanism. All right, so once he's got that all cinched down, he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna grab his mask. Every firefighter has their own mask fit to their face. He's gonna put it on. Cinch it tight. He's then gonna take that hood that he put on before he put his coat on, he's gonna pull it up and he's gonna cover his ears and his neck. So every bit of his head is covered by his Nomex hood. All right, next thing he's gonna do is grab his helmet. There's several different types of firefighter helmets. The one that Firefighter Matt has on is what we call a leather helmet. And if you turn around, you see it's got this long brim in the back. And that's so that hot water doesn't pour down the back of his neck. It'll go down the back of his coat and he won't get burned. Now turn around. All right, so the only thing that he has exposed on himself right now is what? His hands, okay? We already told you he's got gloves for that. So he's gonna take his gloves off. All right, we're almost ready to go inside the fire, but before we do, I want Firefighter Matt to talk to you so you can hear what he sounds like.
Hi boys and girls, I'm Firefighter Matt with the Fort Washington Fire Company, and this is how I sound before I go on air.
Now, that's not scary, is it? We saw Firefighter Matt put his stuff on, so underneath all this equipment, we know that it's just Firefighter Matt, and he's a friend of ours. So Firefighter Matt is going to turn on his air pack now, and you should hear a bell. All right, that bell means that he now has air in his hose. Once he's got it on, he's going to take the regulator off of his belt clip, and he's going to plug that into his mask. Then you're going to hear him take a breath. Now, who does he sound like? He sounds like Darth Vader. But we know that it's actually just Firefighter Matt, and Firefighter Matt is on the good team. Firefighter Matt is not scary. So there's no need to be afraid of Firefighter Matt. If you find yourself inside your house and you can't get out, we're gonna come in and get you.
Where we are? Don't be scared, I'm coming to get you.
Firefighter Matt is gonna come, and he's gonna be dressed just like this, and he's gonna sound just like this. But we're not gonna run from him, and we're not gonna hide from him, because we know that Firefighter Matt is our friend.
Hi boys and girls, I'm Firefighter Matt with the Fort Washington Fire Company, and this is how I sound after I go on air. There's no reason to be scared, we're just here to help you.
All right, now you've heard how we prepare to respond to a fire. Now we're gonna talk about what you and your family should do to prepare for a fire.
All right, so today we're going to talk about a very important topic, and I want to start off by saying that the chances of you being in a fire are very rare. Fires don't happen every day, but it is important to know what to happen in the event that you are in a building and there's a fire in the building, so you know what to do and how to exit safely. So what we're going to talk about today is a topic that we call EDITH, E-D-I-T-H, and that stands for Exit Drills in the Home. So So the important things we're going to go over today is if you're in your home and the smoke alarm goes off, or you know there's a fire in your home or it's smoky, what steps can you take to make sure you get out safely and your family gets out safely?
One thing to keep in mind is once you get out, you need to stay out. You don't want to go back in the house for an animal or something personal. You want to leave what's in the house and let the fire company come and get it.
So if you're in your house and your smoke alarm goes off, or you know there's a fire in your house, the first thing you should do is look for the nearest exit. That may be down the steps out the front door, out a back door, or whatever is the quickest, easiest way to get out. Now, you may be in your bedroom in the middle of the night and your smoke alarm goes off. Check the door first for heat. And if the door's hot, you don't want to go out that way. The safest thing to do is to stay where you are, go to the window and signal for help. And then the firefighters will come, they will see you at the window. We have ladders that will come pull you out of the window down the ladder safely. So you want to check your bedroom door. And if you can safely open the door, you can exit. The one thing you want to do, it's very important, is you want to stay low because smoke will be rising and heat rises. So the lower to the ground you can be, the safer you'll be and the easier it will be to breathe. If you can't open your door, you want to go to the closest window. If it's too hot to exit through your bedroom door and you do need to go to the window, it's important to get the firefighter or the police officer's attention. You can wave, you can yell, you can throw items, you can wave your towel or a pillow, whatever you can do to get somebody's attention on the ground so we know that you're there and we can safely get you down.
Once you're out of the house, you don't want to go back in. So once out, stay out. There's nothing important in the house that can wait until the fire company gets there and goes in and gets it for you. When you're out of the house, you need a central meeting place. That's important for all the family members to know where that meeting place is. That could be your mailbox, it could be across the street at a neighbor's house. This way the family can get together and make sure that everybody is out of the house, and more importantly, be able to communicate that to the fire department when they arrive. Now that the family is out of the house at their meeting place together, you want to make sure you stay together as a family unit. This way the fire company can account for your whereabouts while they perform their operations.
Hi, my name is Matthew Chiodo. I've been a fireman here at Fort Washington Fire Company for about 4 years. I actually started when I was 16 in our junior firefighter program. Our junior firefighter program is a program that allows you to start at the age of 16 and allows you to start trainings, going on calls, and getting good experience before you turn 18 when you can actually start going into burning buildings and stuff like that. I loved the program. It allowed me to get ahead, very far ahead from someone that just joined at the age of 18. It was the best decision of my life joining, and I've loved it every single day since. This is a smoke alarm, also known as a smoke detector. When the smoke hits this, it alarms you and will wake you up in the middle of the night or just simply tell you that there is a fire somewhere in the house. After you hear this beeping noise go off, your immediate reaction should be to get out of the house and call 911. Smoke detectors save lives. There's no question about it. There's many reasons for home fires that cause injury or worse. But the common denominator is a smoke detector that did not work because the battery was dead or simply the battery wasn't in there. It's important that smoke detectors are installed in the proper area of the house. Smoke detectors should be installed outside every sleeping area in the house because most house fires start in the middle of the night when people are sleeping. If you sleep with your bedroom door closed, be sure to install one inside your bedroom. Make sure to install them on every floor of the house and do not forget the attic and the basement. There's some things you need to know about smoke detectors. Number 1, never remove the battery unless the low alarm chirp is sounding. Now we're going to talk about smoke alarm batteries. You should test them once a month. And there are some smoke detectors that have batteries that last 10 years. An easy way to remember when to replace the battery is when daylight savings begins and when daylight saving ends. Smoke detectors can be easily tested by using a broom or mop handle. There's no reason you need to use a ladder and climb up. Smoke detectors need to be cleaned. You can clean them with the brush attachment on a vacuum or a dust buster.
Hi, I'm Tom, and I'm joined today by my son Harrison. Fort Washington Fire Company has a long tradition of having family members as part of our organization. So Harrison joined us as a junior firefighter.
A junior firefighter can join at the age of 16 or 17. I joined at the age of 16. Their main role is to support everyone at the fire ground from the exterior. Junior firefighters learn the basics of being a firefighter, so when they turn 18, they can be a full-time firefighter.
We're going to wrap up today with some basic fire tips, such as stop, drop, cover your face, and roll. The best way to avoid an accident with fire is to stay away from it. You should stay away from things that would catch your clothes on fire, such as matches, lighters, campfires, grills, fireplaces. We hope that nobody's clothes catches on fire, but accidents can happen. If your clothes catch fire, you should stop. Most importantly, you shouldn't panic or run. Harrison is going to come here and demonstrate stop, drop, cover your face, and roll. Drop to the ground or floor. Lay flat with your legs out straight and cover your face with your hands. Be sure to cover your face and eyes. Roll over and over and back and forth until the flames are out. Let's talk about kitchen and stove safety. In light of the pandemic, more people are cooking than ever, including you kids. Cooking is by far the leading cause of house fires in the U.S. Cooking accidents cause almost half the house fires. We suggest you never use the stove unless an adult is present. If you are helping with cooking, it is important that you don't leave the kitchen when something is on the stove, even in the microwave. Unattended cooking is what causes most of these types of fires. Don't get distracted. That's the end of our 2020 fire safety video. The members of the Fort Washington Fire Company want to thank everyone for watching our video today. We hope you learned something about fire safety. We hope to see everyone in person next year. Remember, never play with fire. Stay safe.